They should give me a little step stool, just like when a child is learning to brush her teeth. Well, I can see you all. I hope you can see me. This is a joyous part of the conference, as today we present the Jane Obramovich Award for Advocacy to Anita Raymond, Program Director at the Center for Excellence in Supported Decision-Making at the Volunteers of America, Minnesota. Anita's 30-year career personifies excellence and impact, evidenced by her boundless admiration, of those who nominated her, supported her nomination, and learned from her examples. Those are Kathleen Carlson and Amanda Hudson at the Center for Excellence, and Jamie Majerus at the State Court Administrator's Office. Anita, a social work graduate from the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, has an MSW from Augsburg College in Minneapolis. She has dedicated her energy and achieved notable milestones in person-centered practice for adults in often very precarious situations. And it's all magnified by her unstinted professional education and mentorship, and her dynamic role in advocating for systems change in the guardianship area. She is passionate, she is realistic. No easy task being both, driven to promote autonomy for individuals whose rights are too often trivialized because of their cognitive or medical diagnoses. Vision, integrity, grit, and perseverance. A recipe for impact in the right hands, and her hands have improved people's lives, inspired others, and toppled orthodoxy. Anita has given voice and a dignity of presence, of being there, to individuals who might otherwise be left out of the decisions that shape their own lives. So it's particularly fitting that the names of Anita Raymond and Jane Obramovich are linked today. Many of us remember Jane in her Alzheimer's advocacy role. I can't see the picture right now, but I know it's there, and her long-term care commitments. Fewer of us know, and I deeply thank Jane's daughter, Cindy Murphy, for these details. Fewer of us know how phenomenal an advocate Jane was for access and inclusion. When her son David's muscular dystrophy forced him into a wheelchair by the 3rd grade, their public library had some long front steps that were just the equal of a keep out sign. He couldn't get up those steps. So Jane proposed an elevator. She reasoned, she proposed, she wiggled, she pleaded, she argued, she was denied, she endured derision of the kind a small town can provide. Jane sued. That's what she did. Cindy wrote, I remember seeing her sitting alone at our kitchen formica table, talking on the wall phone with the long cord, legal pads and notes all around her, advocating and building a case for her son's rights and the rights of all the town's citizens with disabilities. This was 1978. This was a dozen years before the Americans with Disabilities Act. It was before the internet. It was before Google. No Facebook. There was no Twitter. Jane's exploits, and actually some of the way she got messages out, was through the checkout lines at the Piggly Wiggly and Anita. She researched her case in the phone book, and ironically enough, at that inaccessible library. The library was not the last public building in town to gain an elevator because of Jane's courageous advocacy. The junior high was next. Jane Obramovich's legacy fits Anita Raymond to a T, and a tribute today. So please let us honor her.